Let's talk some more about internalized misogyny. So, I have mentioned in a few of my videos that I have been the victim of internalized misogyny for many years without realizing that. And many of the people have related to me a similar story. And today I want to talk about how the misogyny can change as you age because I'm a little older than some of you. I'm 33 years old, so ancient, I know. So I have noticed that my internalized misogyny has changed over the years, and it has started resembling something along the lines of revenge. So I found myself looking at the suffering of younger women and thinking, oh, well, I had to go through it. Why not them? And I've realized lately that this is a very harmful notion. You cannot perpetuate abuse. If you have gone through abuse, you should usually grow more sympathetic towards victims of abuse, and you should probably not wish abuse upon others. And if you do, well, I suggest you examine why. Because when I examined myself, I realized it was coming from a place of vengeance. It was coming from this desire for the just world. I thought that, well, it is the rite of passage, becoming a woman in the modern world. You have to go through such and such levels of abuse. And that's not true. No, you don't have to be abused in order to become a woman. And I wish more of us realize this and stop perpetuating the cycle of abuse. And I wish we have shown more solidarity to women of all ages. I wish we could extend a hand to those of us who may be younger and may be going through something for the first time, because it's always the hardest when it's the first time. So if you are a woman and you're younger, please don't think that you're alone and that you cannot ask for help. The notion of, oh, I went through abuse and turned out just fine is very common, not only for women, but for all people. Many of us see that with the older generations, so to speak, and we see our parents and anyone else who's older treating younger people's misfortunes as if it was the normal part of life, which is true to an extent. Suffering is a part of human condition. However, do we necessarily have to go through the same pain? All of us. Do all of us have to suffer in the same way? Especially if the suffering is preventable. Well, I'm obviously giving you the answer here. No, you don't have to go through the suffering that the previous generations have gone through. Because they can warn us, right? Or we can warn the coming generations of certain risks and dangers. And we can do it in a way that's not condescending. That's another big issue, that people who are older tend to grow a little condescending towards the younger folks. We oftentimes feel like we're so wise and we're so cool because of our age, and therefore we start acting superior to the younger people. And that really is not a good look, and it really does not attract more respect and attention. So my suggestion for you, if you want to help younger people, please don't be condescending towards them, because they're people. And you should act from a place of compassion and solidarity, not holier than thou type of attitude, because it's not helpful, and it actually doesn't feel good to be condescending. Well, maybe for a little while, but later on you'll just feel like meh. And I'm speaking from experience here, okay? So let's treat each other with as much understanding, compassion, and solidarity as possible. Let's help all of the people, despite their age or sex or gender identity. And hopefully we'll be able to, little by little, change the status quo so the world becomes a better place for everyone.